Hello and welcome back to Quartzlight. Today we're going to look at an Italian classic car. No, not an exotic sports car. This is Quartzlight after all. It's the Fiat 500, or Cinquecento as they would call it in Italy. It was launched in 1957 and under one generation it ran all the way to 1975. There was two models, a two-door saloon that we all think about, but there was also a two-door station wagon. We're going to be looking at that two-door saloon today. It came with a 479cc engine, hence 500. It was air-cooled, and it was a two-cylinder engine. Now, the Fiat 500 was obviously a huge success. The brochure we're going to look at today is from 1959. I get all my numbers mixed up today. 1959. And this is the brochure today. A very beautiful brochure really, and surprisingly good condition for its age. So we'll dive straight in and have a look at that brochure now. Okay, so here is the first page, and it's straight away showing us two versions of this saloon car. One that's got the sunroof, one that's a convertible. It says here the 500, the small ultra economical car, is presented in two versions, with a sunroof which is just over the front seats and a convertible which goes all the way back and opens up even for the rear passengers. It says here in the first version, particular finish and trimmings. In both versions, comfortable accommodation also in the rear seat. I don't know if this has been a direct translation from Italian, but it doesn't really, it's not really worded very well at all. But basically, as you can see, it's a rear-engined four-seat car, classed as a small city car, if you will. It was only 9 feet 9 inches long, and it came out just at the right time. As all these very famous cars, they come out at the right time, and they're a winner straight from the start. You can also see on these early versions the door is opening the wrong way for easier access, and I think it's a very pretty car. I mean, it's just a very cute design. Okay, and this is kind of the second half of this brochure. It says some details common in the two versions. Comfortable accommodation in rear, lower floor level, full width, bench seats upholstered in foam rubber, levers controlling headlamps and self-cancelling directional lights on steering wheels. And in the sunroof version, that's got a sheet metal roof with frame for the rollback portions of the front seats and crank opening windows, and also showing on there a quarter light. Yay! And further on it says a small car but a real automobile, useful for everyone. And these 50s and 60s brochures very much like doing these little drawings, and it's giving you an idea of how much space is in the car. Although with 4 adults, I can imagine that being particularly cramped. Okay, now we can see a nice little diagram of the structure and the mechanical parts of the car, really giving you a good view of that air-cooled 479cc 4-stroke two-cylinder car. A lot of these 60s and 70s brochures used to really like doing these diagrams, like I say. I think they really wanted to give you an idea of the car, and I think people were a lot more mechanically inclined to want to see this information. But certainly a very simple design, but a great design which utilised as much of the space as it could. And on this last page, as it so often does, it's showing the technical specifications for the car itself. So he's talking about the engine, that 479cc engine that we've mentioned, the clutch, transmission to the rear wheels through 2 half axles connected to the differential by universal joints, the gearbox, a 4-speed forward and reverse, overdrive in top gear, and constant mesh, quick engage in second, third and fourth gears, differential final drive, the steering's worm and segment, front suspension, rear suspension, hydraulic brakes, disc wheels, the fuel tank, heating, electrical equipment and the speed, which it's saying it'll do about 60 miles per hour. And you can see there's a few marks and scuffs on the brochure itself. Remember, it is from 1959, so we can't be too hard on that. So one thing to mention about this brochure is the smell. It's sort of a musty, wet dog, horrendous cologne type smell. I think we'll put that away for another 50 years. I don't really want to open that again too soon. So what happened to the Fiat 500? Well, ultimately it was replaced with the Fiat 126, a similar sort of idea with the engine in the back, although in Italy at least, it certainly didn't sell in great numbers like the Fiat 500 did, although its sales were more like Eastern Europe, which it did reasonably well. We didn't see the Fiat 500 name again until 2007, when it came back as a front engine, front wheel drive, larger car, in a similar sort of way that Volkswagen brought back the Beetle, Mini brought back the Mini, in a sort of larger, not really the original brand marketing type of way. But that's as far as we're going today in today's episode. I hope you did enjoy the episode. There'll be more brochures and reviews coming up very soon, so please do like and subscribe. I really appreciate that. And certainly jot down some comments. I always enjoy reading your comments as well. I'll reply to everyone. So for now, goodbye and take care. Goodbye.